June 2010, UNESCO-IHE Institute for Water Education organized a study tour for participants from Colombia, Egypt, Ghana, Israel and Poland. The study tour was organized as part of the EU-funded Switch research program to exchange ideas on sustainable integrated urban water management. Throughout the week-long tour, the participants were able to visit many cities in the Netherlands, including Groningen, Culemborg, Vught and Hapert, to gain insights into the various innovative ways constructed wetlands are used as an alternative way to treat wastewater.
I'm the grandson of the world civilization builders 7,000 years ago.
Everybody speaks different languages, professional languages, and this is the opportunity we're putting things together.
With all the environment crisis, climate change, if you help to teach people what kind of actions they can make to improve, I'm sure they will do it.
So I like the idea that they are kind of fully independent in the area of the wastewater treatments.
We need to think what effects will be done in the future, to think not only about us, but think about next generation.
If we have such a small system, I think it will be beneficial, and that I'm so happy about, that I'm taking something back home.
This study tour is very important for me because today I gain a new experience in the field of urbanizations and also in the field of planning of wastewater use management, especially in the city of the future.
It's very important, in my opinion, for people to meet and talk about their experiences. And I've already learned during some of the presentations about new sanitation systems that I never even heard about, that I think are interesting.
The first destination of the tour visit is Groningen, located in the far north of the Netherlands, in which we will be visiting the residential area Drielanden. This area was built in 1995 and is designed in such a way that all the stormwater can remain in the residential area. This results in a beautiful living environment where plenty of water is available. It is an interesting place for the inhabitants and provides nice and safe areas for the children to play in. The two project initiators are Trui Kars and Jan van Dam.
I live on the top of this area, and it's a beautiful place, and I like to tell you something about the start. There was a big beurs in Amsterdam, a big meeting of all people who did already something with ecological building, and we were so enthusiastic about it, and we started to collect friends, and our idea was to start a kind of place here in Groningen, a place not 20 houses, but maybe 80 or more of this kind of building houses. And then we started to talk with the government here from Groningen.
The two faced many hurdles in their attempt to create such a sustainable neighborhood, mainly to do with outdated policies and stigma around the topic sustainability.
And then they said, no, you are kind of hippies, and they said, no, that is not done. And then in that half year, the government of Holland, they make a kind of order to the cities and the villages here in the country to make their programs more ecological. And then we said, hey, the times are changing.
These changes created opportunities to start building a more sustainable living environment, in which one of the aspects is the way wastewater is managed. The residents have found a way to treat the grey wastewater by means of a reed bed. This is sometimes referred to as a constructed wetland. The treated water is discharged in the canal and pond system within the area.
So we have a sewage treatment for the grey water. I hope that's the right word. It's the water from the sink. and the washing machine and the shower. So everything except for the toilet water. You have 2 reed beds here. Each is 3,000 square meters. And in there there's the sewage of 110 houses is there treated. The project is now running for 15 years. That's how long this neighborhood exists, and it goes very well. I did for 5 years. I did research on the sewage treatment installation here, and the results are very good.
And can you give us an idea about the results?
The results: we have a BOD reduction of 99%. That's just very much. It's collected here, and then it's pumped through the pipe to the first reed bed that's here. You see it's meanders, because there, here at this point, surface water is added to it, and it's pumped to the second reed bed, and here it flows out, and then through natural slope, it flows back through the whole area and comes up back here again.
Strange animals, yeah.
From Groningen, the tour continues to the second destination, Culemborg, where we visit Eva Langsmeer. As you can see, the beautiful old landscape features were kept intact during the construction of this residential area that started some 10 years ago. Since then, Eva Langsmeer has become an internationally recognized example of sustainable urban development in many cities in the world.
So all you see from the water concept, in fact, is the text on top is dirty water, vuilwater, which means probably from the toilets. And this doesn't say anything. And there was another one there which said rainwater. So that the rainwater will go to the pond, or, here you can see how it is divided.
Community participation, closing water and energy cycles, the installation of solar panels to generate electricity and warm water, insulated houses and using sustainable building materials are only a few of the many principles used in the development of this neighborhood. This innovative concept embraces the philosophy that the living environment should principally contribute to the well-being of its inhabitants. In practice, this translates into the creation of offices within the residential area, special quarters built for the elderly, and many common activities such as gardening or the harvesting of fruits, traditionally followed by an annual neighborhood barbecue. It is thought that such a living environment is conducive to a positive upbringing of children.
This area is a kind of an educator by itself. We in our field of interest talk about the third educator. You have the parents, then you have the school, and then you have the surrounding. And children learn from the surrounding as well as from the parents and the school. And you have to take that seriously.
Car-free zones, communal gardens, and a variety of playgrounds were established as a continuation of this ideology.
I think the concepts that they use at Culemborg is a very good concept, actually. And there is a possibility that we can use that in Ghana.
This visit helped me a lot to... It fits my imagination of what humans can do in a near future to transform our cities.
I was positively impressed. It made a good impression on me. In terms of the city of the future, that I have to qualify, and I try when I think about it in terms of Israel or the Netherlands. So maybe there are different cities of the future. The cities of the future in both countries will be different, I think, because if the Holland doesn't have a problem with water shortage, and we do, so it's a totally different situation. For example, Israel likes to centralize sewage treatment because then they control what happens to the effluent, because we already use a lot of effluent. And if someone would come around and say, I want to keep my gray water in my community, there'll be a major discussion or maybe even fight about that, because the country will want the water back for its disposal to decide what to do and who to send it to and who will get the benefit to use it. But still, I believe that even in Israel, gray water and keeping part of the water in the community is important, because through my work in the River Authority, I've grown to appreciate what we call local patriotism, which is something that this promotes, as opposed to centralized control. It doesn't promote.
The group continues to the third location, a conference and reflection center called Zin, located in the small town of Vught, south of the Netherlands. The center, a former monastery of the Fathers of Tilburg, was completely renovated using sustainable building material and even has its own constructed wetland to treat the wastewater produced by the many guests frequenting the center. Frank van Dien, owner of Ecofeet, one of the few design companies in the Netherlands that develops such natural wastewater treatment systems, was responsible for the design and creation of this reed bed in Vught. Frank shares with the group participants how such a wetland is made.
You see there's a main pressure pipe with branches on it, and in the branches there are holes. When the pump switches on, the water is injected into the gravel layer. You can't see these pipes, they are in the gravel layer. And the pump switches off and the water goes down by gravity to a drainage pipe which is in the bottom, and then it's expelled on the outside. That is basically the system.
The wetland has been completely integrated into the landscape design and beautifies the area surrounding the conference center. Visitors are enjoying their lunch nearby the reed bed in which the wastewater is naturally treated, completely unaware of the treatment processes going on right under their noses.
We are really in the middle of a wastewater treatment plant. It's